Hello and welcome to Left Coast Live. I am your host, Dieter McBusiness, America's WASP. Joined as always by Stat Pat, Stateless Patriot of the Central Valley. We are California lefties talking to you about national politics. And today we have a big slate of items to get to. But first, a little bit of just how have you been, Stat Pat? It's been a little while since we went live.
Yeah, right now it's it, I guess I'm holding it together as best as I could, despite it all. There's a whole lot going on, and it's been a couple of weeks since we did a show, so like there's
Right.
definitely a no shortage of things to touch on. You know,
Thank
it,
you, Tay.
Hell yeah, thanks, Tay. Um, there's definitely no shortage of shit to touch on. Even though I believe it is the House that's in recess right now. The Senate's doing stuff, and you got state houses, state jurisdictions doing, you know, legislation and whatnot. So there's a whole lot. There's definitely a bunch going on. It's a little overwhelming, but I try to not overexpose myself. I try to like take it piece by piece because it's the only way I'm able to
Well,
stay sane.
the polls all confirm what progressives have been saying for a really long time. If you look at whether they be issue specific polls or general polls, first of all, his approval polls are in like the 30s, like 36, I think I saw recently.
Yeah,
Um, and his approval polls, then the Democratic Party approval polls, the Israel government approval polls, like
hmm
they're all in the shitter.
yeah,
Um, What's up with all these websites going so surveillance state at the same time? Soon we're gonna have to use our ID to use that damn internet.
yeah,
Spotify, GTA 6. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
tell you that's where we're headed, man. Is the surveillance state? It's ironic that Reagan Republicans talk about minimizing government, and yet here it comes for you. Here it comes, dude. The police state is on its way. It's
yeah,
here. What am I
yeah,
talking about? It's here.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
They're testing the waters, so to speak, in the UK right now, and you got disgusting sycophants over there trying to make it like, oh, it's about protecting the kids. Like, if you don't support this, you support predators. Like, they're just being like so bold faced about it, and it's just all rooted in just total dishonesty. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, good point, Tay. Yeah, I mean, this is China's thing, but yeah, at least they do guarantee healthcare and housing. Like, holy shit.
Something about
Yeah,
an ambulance ride in China costing like $25 or something like that or
yeah,
less.
yeah, absolutely nothing. It's insane.
Thank you, Tay. That's great, man. Appreciate the love. It ain't easy out here. Um,
Uh,
Everyone, check out Tay's channel if you haven't already and subscribe. I don't know what he's into, but I'm sure it's fantastic. So yeah, his unfavorable right now is 55% favorable, 40% not sure, 4%. So he's about to be he's at like high 30s, low 40s.
yeah, I still don't get it. I mean, and
But
there's
he's
there's a
not these a lot these there's like 12 polls here that I'm looking at, and he's actually ranging from 40 to 47% approval, and his
yeah,
disapproval is ranging from 52 to 56%.
right, and he's hovered around there for quite a while, and Uh, it's really hard to get a read on it, but I mean, there is a significant portion of the MAGA base that is definitely not happy with him and how
Yeah, but it's not much though. The last time I
it's
saw
not
it,
enough
he
to
had a
matter.
90. And yeah, the last time I saw it was with Republican voters. He had a 90% approval rating the last time I saw.
Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
fucking
That's
cultish.
yeah, without a doubt. It's insane. I mean, the, a lot of his base has to like reconcile with the fact that he supports someone who literally professionally protects pedophiles. You know,
Yeah.
there's rumors that Ghislaine Maxwell's going to get a pardon
Pardon.
from Trump
Yeah.
if she plays ball. She's been
I'm sure
moved.
she will. I'm
Right.
sure she will. Just expect it. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, the time to be a pessimist has never been more appropriate. It
Right.
is time to expect chaos, expect the right to win,
Yeah.
because they're winning,
Right.
and the Democrats lost, and we got to deal with the consequences. And it's going to be a long road home, dude. I mean, I'm in my early 40s. It's going to be, when I'm in my 60s, if I see the America that I was kind of promised when I was in my early teens and 20s that it would become by now, you know?
Yeah.
Healthcare, housing, education, employment. It's so sad that we're so far away from that. We've been going the opposite direction.
Right.
Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, and go ahead.
I think I'm hoping that enough of the MAGA base doesn't take the bait and paint Maxwell as this victim when she's literally just Jeffrey Epstein, but with a uterus,
Right.
an absolute monster. And there's headlines here and there about the FBI meeting with her and like these private meetings, so to speak, and they're actively going through the files and the client list and whatnot and
And the
redacting.
redacting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're just basically like scrubbing him from it, so that way they have.
Expected. Of course they are.
Yeah, yeah,
Of course this is what they're doing.
yeah. It's
Of
disgusting.
course this is what they're doing. I mean, this is
No shame.
expect them to break all the rules, have no respect for norms,
Right.
and
No accountability.
just worry about themselves. This is the most corrupt administration in U.S. history.
Without a doubt. Without
I mean,
a doubt.
hands down. This
Yeah,
is way more corrupt than Nixon ever was.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't come close. It's disgusting how shameless they are because they're all hypocrites.
Right.
They say one thing and then they turn their back on you know their stances, their positions, which flip flop like a bouncing quarter.
Right.
And it's only to protect Trump.
Right.
If the orders come from above and they're spouting shit that dear leader doesn't like, their careers in jeopardy, and or they might face his wrath.
So it's just a dictatorship and it's a cult, and I don't know what else to say about it other than that, because I've talked with a bunch of people now who think that the Epstein files are some sort of trump card for Trump, and I'm like, no, he's going to find a way. He's definitely not going to release them if he's in them.
As they
And
are, at least.
right, and he's gonna, and yeah, they're doing this redacting thing now. So I mean, like, even if they come out, it's gonna be like, oh, let's see, he's not in them. They're like, dude, he's behind the redactions,
Yeah,
man.
he's behind
It's
the
obvious.
cover up. Like you can see, like with every single post of his on Instagram, with all the top comments with thousands of likes. Epstein files, release the files. Where's the Epstein files? It's
Right.
like people are definitely not letting this go for sure.
Good.
And like he's even being ratioed on Truth Social, his own Twitter. Like
Right.
they're not just gonna let this slide. So it definitely
Truth
has.
social.
Yeah, right. This definitely does have like enough momentum to basically drag him down. Like he's got an anchor attached to his foot, basically. He's got to reconcile with it, and they're trying anything and everything they can. They're going to try to paint Maxwell as a victim. They're going to give her a sweetheart deal,
Yes.
like his AG Acosta did to Epstein way back in the day. And I guess the deal with that was they tried like Acosta made it so any accomplices with Epstein couldn't face the same charges, and now that's trying to be like deciphered in court. Like, oh, was Maxwell actually an accomplice or not? And so it's just fucking disgusting. They're trying to wiggle their way out of accountability every which way they can.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, it's definitely not going to go away. People are going to be asking about it, and I think the redacted files will probably come out within the next few months.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine she will get a pardon. If it's in Trump's best interest, then she'll get a pardon. It's like, he hangs them out like Tic Tacs. We got criminals on the street because Trump pardoned all those January 6 rioters.
Yeah, and they went out and they reoffended. They
right. A lot of them did. Yeah.
Yeah, they had criminal records, and they went out and like they committed more crimes. Some of them were actual fucking predators. It's just crazy how a lot of these clowns are all about like protect the children and shit. When a lot of the people they support don't seem to give a shit about that. It's crazy. Like the pedocon theory is true. Like everybody who seems to get arrested for these unlawful lewd acts with a child or what have you, similar charges, happen to be conservative or actual Republicans, like actual figures.
Right.
It's disgusting. Yet this is the party that claims, oh, it's the Democrats,
family values.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the Democrats that are trying to trans your kids because they're all predators, they're all pedophiles, and this, that, whatever. It's just like, it's just projection.
Yeah.
Yeah, disgusting.
Oh, I was gonna say we should react to the most recent episode of Bill Maher, but I think we run into copyright issues.
More than likely we would, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's so washed. He's just he's really towing the line from like conservative talking heads and their outrage of the day. It's pretty shameful.
Well, he was struggling specifically with Zoran's win this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he can't get his head around it, and it's like, dude, get a clue. People are sick of establishment capitalists.
Yeah,
and I mean, he didn't just win; like he won big. I mean, and then you've got this guy that I know who's a guest on there saying like that the global Antifada is the extinction of Jews, and Zoran has said he's pro global Antifada, and I don't even know if any of that's true. I don't even know if any of that's true. I don't think either of those things are true.
No, it's not. It's just smears, like, because they have nothing against him. It's been ongoing now. They're literally trying to trot out everything and anything that they can to see what sticks. It's just like and people just mock it and just drag it through the mud on Twitter, like just making fun of these sad piss poor attempts, like, oh yeah, we sure got him now, and it's just something like mundane, unimportant thing. It's like exaggerated and exacerbated to like make it seem nefarious. And it's just like it's so transparent, but like there, like his win was so significant that empty suit centrist Democrats think, oh well, if I just make energetic, charismatic videos
that's enough
for the masses. Yeah, like release something each day.
Like, no, it's what you say on the videos, douchebag.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it's your policies, and it's like
it can be a great communication tool, but it matters what you say.
Yeah, and the big thing too is like it's not about you, the candidate. It's about what you stand for. Zoran Mamdani is not like it didn't go out there and like, you should elect me because I'm me and I believe in these things. It's like, no, he made it about New York. He made it about the community. He made
the people,
it made it about the people.
It's the subway culture there. Like everyone's on the subway. All the people that voted for him take the subway or the bus, and that's their lifestyle. Mm-hmm. That's the way to look at it. Like every day, their life revolves around the bus or subway. They're taking one of those two things, if not both, every day. Those are Zoran's people. Is how to look at it. That's the empathetic arithmetic, as we like to say on American Wasp.
Yep. Yeah, and there are a few other people there running like similar campaigns. There's someone running for Seattle
Cat.
mayor. Yeah, and also like yeah, the Illinois chick as well. Yeah, I mean, I hope this momentum keeps up because like there are a lot of fucking doomers out there, and I don't like I get people being like feeling so defeated and jaded by like the state of things right now, but like if there really were going to be no midterms, like it wasn't going to be allowed, then multiple states wouldn't be trying to gerrymander so hard right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Megan, yes, they did do ranked choice there in New York, and I think the one guy that he campaigned with, like they co-endorsed each other, is going to be running for something else, like some sort of other
Cool.
position, something like that. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a
uh, Ra-
good way to get your name out there. If
oh,
if
big
you're,
time, especially since
yeah.
he was a big help for Mom Donnie's win, that's for sure. What round did he win in? He won in round one. He won the primary in the first round. Sort of got her eyes in that Molly photo are edited for who? What Molly photo? Anyway, yeah, no, he is now going against millions upon millions of dollars that are being just thrust towards Eric Adams and Cuomo as well. And like Cuomo's trying to do the hip cool thing as well, but it's like you even said like yourself, if you lose the election, you're moving to Florida. So it goes to show just how much you give a fuck about New York City because like you're not about it. like,
Right.
like people are not stupid. They can detect authenticity.
Hmm.
They can smell your bullshit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this constant uh, need almost by elected representatives or even people in the media to talk down to people or dismiss them as, oh well, you just don't understand, like you don't know what you're talking
Right.
about. It's like people are not as fucking stupid as you think, you know,
Especially on
especially,
Israel, Gaza.
yeah, not to mention, yeah, no, exactly, and
That's kind of
that's
becoming the
a make or
perfect
break
issue too. That's
issue.
becoming kind of like the perfect issue to or a purity test issue, if you want to call it that, where it's
Yeah,
just like, are you on? It's genocide. Like, do
yeah,
you acknowledge that it's fucking genocide or
yeah,
not? It's not
yeah.
complicated.
And ex CIA member Elissa Slotkin, who is a junior senator, I believe, had the balls to go on breaking points with Crystal and Sagar,
Right.
and it was great. Like they like she showed her ass. Like she basically she pulled out the talking points. She didn't have any
Right.
actual principal positions. She was clearly towing the line for the party, towing the line for the narrative when it comes to uh, geopolitics in general, but especially when it came to Israel. And like, and it was so funny when Crystal straight up asked her, like, "I'm surprised, like you didn't." Like you even asked to come on here at all, and it's like, yeah, their whole shtick is like, oh yeah, it's a centrist program because you got a progressive and you got a conservative, but they're not like mainstream conservative progressive people like at all.
Right.
And so this idea, because this is like the whole thing with the Democratic Party right now is this insistence on moderates, the
Right.
centrism
And
in general,
yeah.
and like, oh, like uh we have our disagreements with the Republicans, but we got to work together
Oh,
because we all,
bipartisanship. Well, yeah,
yeah,
so
this whole
that's how you
insistence on
kill.
that.
So that's how you kill. I think that's how you kill centrism. Is you say bipartisanship is dead. There's
Yeah,
nothing good that comes from working with Republicans. We need
exactly.
this now. Now is the time for the politics of dominance,
Hmm.
the politics of isolation,
Yeah, this is
and
2015 anymore.
I mean, it's war. Like I keep
Yeah,
trying to tell people this. It's like it is war, and it's as simple as that.
yeah,
And
it
unless you start to get your head in either kill or be killed, then you're not ready to lead.
yeah. I mean, we can see it right now with multiple states coming out like we're just going to gerrymander our districts because
Right.
Texas, because like basically the projections are right now.
We're gonna get
Um,
5 seats in Texas if they
they're, they're,
do it. If
they're,
they
they're
go through with the current gerrymandering thing.
Yeah, they're trying, that's for sure. And the only reason why they're doing that is because Republicans are convinced that they're going to lose the House in the midterms, and most people are. That's what the projections show and whatnot. And so, what are they going to do? They're going to rig it. And how do you rig it? You redraw districts. And so Gavin Newsom comes out and is like, "Fuck you!
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do the same thing." And I think Illinois is going to try to do it. I think New York's going to try to do it as well. It's just like, yeah, if this is how you want to fucking play, if you're going to just like wipe your ass with democracy, fucking let's play ball. Fuck you guys.
Right.
Like, you can't handle losing, so you have to fucking warp the system to like for fuck's sake. There are a lot of Democrats in Texas. That Texas is pretty close to a purple state, but it's gerrymandered all to shit to where like it
Right.
gives the impression that it's a deep red state, and that's not even fucking true. Megan says you can either get social or economic bipartisanship without centrists. You got to choose one. Yeah, no, because centrists adhere to one or the other, especially if it comes to screwing over the working class and the voter. It seems like whenever there's bipartisanship on in Congress and the Senate, it's to favor the rich at the expense of the rest of us.
Yeah. That's pretty much the system.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tale as old as time. That's the thing that a lot of Americans need to get over is this is not special. Like that's the worst part is that there's so many historical examples that we should have been out on the lookout for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Especially with the wealth gap, like that's where it starts. As soon as you see a wealth gap as big as the one we've got right now, if you don't see serious countermeasures issued by the government to offset that, then the country implodes, and that's what's happening now.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then there's this whole thing with Jerome Powell and Trump wanting to put someone at the head of the Fed that'll like basically do his bidding, which is like
Right.
a death nail for the economy, because that's like it's a one-way ticket to destroying the whole economy, basically.
Right.
And then, of course, there was the revised job reports that showed, the past few months, we actually added 258,000 jobs less than we actually reported. And so, what is Trump's fucking reaction to that? Oh, you're fired. The head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I believe it is. I believe that's who got fired. It's just like you're just a tantrum throwing baby. Oh, look at the puppy! Hello. He's just a baby, and it's crazy. Because I don't know if you've seen the series or not, and I hate to bring up the media in general, but Star Wars, the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
the series. I'm actually in the middle of season 6 right now. There's 7 seasons, and I just watched an episode where basically the Separatists conspire, obviously with the Chancellor, because the Chancellor controls both sides of the war, to get someone to front the banking, basically be head of the banking clan that handles all the credits in the galaxy, and basically handles all the money, and do favors for the Separatists, like forgive all their debts because they weren't paying back their interest, they weren't paying back their loans, and jack up interest rates on the Republic. And then there's a huge outrage because like it was basically like a bait and switch, and it just that's just one example, but it's crazy how in this show in particular how many parallels there are to the modern political world. And this particular season 6 happens to be very, very bold face about it. It's very well done. Like the parallels are insane.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, politics is Star Wars, policy is Star Trek, and political marketing is Jurassic Park.
Yep.
or it's Inception.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah,
But I
right.
think it's I think it's mostly Jurassic Park because you got to kill those dinosaurs of Clinton and Reagan. Clinton doesn't get enough shit, man. It's weird. It's really annoying to see him idolized to the extent that he is on networks like MSNBC. It's really annoying. And there's also video of like Bernie saying, overall, I think Bill Clinton was a good president. It's just like, Jesus Christ,
No,
come
come
on.
on. No,
Come on, man.
like I recently watched a Vosh video where he like we're basically in full agreement. Like the biggest thing that a, a lot of us lefties despise about Bernie is that he is way too motherfucking goddamn nice. It's like you don't
Yeah.
have to be nice, dude. Like drag people through the mud. It's like he made a couple good points. Like maybe Bernie wouldn't have beat Trump at all. Like you see him on the debate stage, and like maybe he would have been like too nice to like to even cut through the multiple lies per second that Trump would be spewing. Like he probably wouldn't have been equipped to handle that. Like, I mean, hindsight is 2020. Who knows? But that's that's always been Bernie's thing. He's always like I mean, bless him because I'm the same
Joe's
way.
a
Like
friend of mine. Yeah, I
I'm
used to say that all the
right.
time.
Yeah, it's like I love being cordial. Like it's nice. It feels good. Like I feel it, but he underestimates. I almost said misunderestimates, which is a George W. Bush quote. He underestimates the opposition. He doesn't
Hmm.
he doesn't understand the stakes. Megan says, explain California 40% Republicans, but 20% in the legislature. You can blame that on gerrymandering as well. I
Hmm.
mean, I if I was California, deep blue state, I would probably want to do that as well. I mean, it's not very
The
democratic
problem is
to
though
do,
that
but
the problem is the Democratic Party gets really establishment, and all the special interests give to the Democratic Party because they know that the
exactly,
Democratic Party is going to win. So they want to
exactly,
have influence over who's going to actually hold office. And
big
so that's
bingo.
why you get like bad projects. There's a lot of bad projects that are in the
Yeah,
pipeline of these blue state governments
yeah,
because and they're there to service private interests.
yeah,
Like there's a wind farm, for example, near where I am that they want to put in, and it's going to be owned by a private and operated by a private company.
yeah,
It's like, what are we doing here? It's like I can understand paying for a company to install the wind farm and whatever train people on how to maintain it and all that good stuff. But how does the municipality not own the resource? Like
yeah.
that's the most
Exactly.
ridiculous part is that the municipality should own the resource.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was definitely money laundering involved in these multi-billion-dollar projects. Like it was just announced that um, we are making more. We're taking the next steps and putting funding towards high-speed rail, and this is just
Right.
this has been a fucking issue. This has been
Yeah,
a
to California
project.
for a while.
Yeah, it's been going on for years and years and years, and there's like not a single mile of track even fucking built yet. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, like it's going to be a useful thing once it's all said and done, but it's like it shouldn't take this long. It takes China like a year to build, it takes them no time at all to build what needs to be built. It's crazy.
Yeah, because they have a consolidated organizational structure where a small group
Exactly.
of people are making all the big decisions. And they're planning ahead. I mean, that's the thing is that why they have those cities that they built because they knew that the population was going to grow, and they didn't want Shanghai and Beijing to just be giants, you know.
Yes.
And
And,
so
and,
they
and
expanded in other cities.
exactly. They have like multiple mega cities. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Maggie says, "Bro, fast track, biggest fucking scam, even more than high speed rail." Are you talking about the carpool lanes on the Bay Area? Like
There's a
the
fast track in LA.
yeah, it's up and down California, especially the big cities. I have an account because I go through the Bay Area all the fucking time. I can just drive through the toll booths. They scan my thing. I get billed on my credit card. It's hella convenient. But like a scam? Is it don't get me wrong. expanding highway, like adding a lane to highways, it doesn't actually solve traffic,
No.
especially if it's not a fast track lane. You just get even more congested. It's a weird effect. I forget what it's called. But fast track for me, like if I'm going out there on weekdays, it does help a lot, like skirting by traffic, because there's not as many people in the fast track lane. Megan says $100, 2 hours. Oh no, I see. Okay, there's a whole other thing. But yeah, I mean, I personally I like fast track, but
Yeah, it seems a little weird. I would like fast track. I would like fast track as well. When I was in LA, it was huge.
yeah, yeah.
Saved a lot of time.
No, big. That's the appeal too. But people are like, "Oh, it's even worth it." It's like, dude, if you're commuting, you're using the highway like all the time, and you're tired of just sitting there and like standstill traffic, which LA is notorious for. It really is a useful little service.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Megan says, selling public roads to private companies. Public roads are already paid for by taxpayers. Fast track is classist. Oh, we got a pretty lefty take from Megan here. Okay, I see. I can agree with that. I can see where you're coming from with that. But yeah, it's not the entire road. You're talking about public roads sold to private companies. It's generally just one or two lanes, but I see the angle, but maybe I'm maybe I'm a little bit classist because I do like the aspect of that, I suppose. But I mean, and the thing is, like I just mentioned before, like adding normal lanes to a highway doesn't exactly do very much at all to combat traffic. If you want to combat traffic, do what New York did. Raise the prices of tolls and the usage of
Right.
various highways. That will incentivize people
To use the rail system.
Yeah, to use public transit and whatnot. And out in the Bay Area, I mean, public transit's fucking dog shit. I mean, you got the BART train.
BART system.
It goes over. Yeah. But I mean, you could incentivize it there, but the Bay Area is way bigger than LA in general. You got the city, you got North Bay, you go all the way.
LA's public transit isn't awful. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not like the worst. New York's is amazing. Chicago's is okay. Chicago's is definitely better than LA.
Yeah.
Boston is very mediocre. Boston's public transit is. I mean, it's good, but it's just not as regular. Like if you miss your train, you're going to be waiting in that spot for an hour.
Yeah, it's basically that way in Sacramento because I work up there a lot, and they actually have like a semi decent rail system. Like they got like trolley rails that go from both ends of the city, like north, south, east, west, routinely.
That's sweet. I have a cool Zoran video here that I think might be fun. We've reacted to Mike Figueredo's stuff in the past, and he does really good compilations, so it's really just an easy way for us to kind of, borrow from his work.
Yeah. Zoran Mamdani is New York's best choice for mayor.
Glad you agree,
Mamdani,
Snake.
are you going to support him?
I have learned a long time ago. Let New York politics be New York politics. We got enough challenges in Jersey. I got a governor's race. I'm supporting Mikey Sherrill. I got legislative races. That's where my energy is going to go going into November. New York City, I love you. You're my neighbor. You're about 10 miles from where I live. You guys figure out your elections. I'm going to focus on mine.
Oh my god!
Lame.
Oh my god!
Lame.
You just heard from two Senate Democrats who likely plan to run for president in 2028. And even though that election is years away and we still don't know if we'll have free and fair elections by then, we're already kind of starting to see this shadow primary take place. And Zoran Mamdani's win in New York has forced some of the party's presidential hopefuls to show their cards a little bit early, and they're not very happy about that. Now, the way that he's basically forcing them to show their cards is by seeing seeing whether or not they're going to endorse him, because that has implications for their position on Israel. So if they support Mamdani, they could alienate powerful pro-Israel donors like AIPAC. But if they don't endorse Mamdani, then they're definitely going to alienate the base, who they need to win if they plan to run for president in 2028. So a lot of them are trying to just avoid the topic like the plague. Not all of them are able to do that, though, because they're asked about it, as Cory Booker was. But with regard to Elizabeth Warren, you can see that she's really leaning into Mamdani, because for her, I think that she views this as her chance at redemption, because in the last two presidential primaries, she turned off a lot of progressive voters by fencing for too long. In 2016, she waited until after the primary was over to endorse Hillary Clinton, even though we all knew that she was more ideologically aligned with Bernie Sanders. Now in 2020, she refused to endorse him again, even after she herself had no chance of winning. Bernie Sanders was the best chance at progressive stopping Biden.
Which is so messed up, because Sanders wanted Liz Warren to run against Hillary in 2016.
That's right. Yeah,
it's just so messed up. It's like, what are you doing, Liz Warren? Why are you? She's just awful at politics.
Yeah,
I'm sure she knows policy really well, but when it comes to politics, she sucks.
I couldn't agree more, honestly. She's not. I mean, there was the whole instance of her taking a what was it, like a 23andMe or an ancestry thing. Like, hey, I'm
for Pocahontas.
Yeah, I'm 1 in 1,024th Cherokee Indian. Like, and she thought it was like a flex, because like she was told that she had like Cherokee ancestry or blood like her whole life, or whatever. And then it's just so, yeah, she's not very politically savvy. She's good on policy, but everybody like remembers her for how she backstabbed Bernie. And like, I just gotta say, I can't express with words just how much I fucking cannot stand Cory Booker. This is an empty suit. This guy stands for absolutely nothing. He is a slimy weasel. He is a worm. He has no spine whatsoever. He doesn't stand for shit. Like he goes up there and just like makes a big stink, a whole outrage over literally nothing. Like, what are you even screaming about? Or like when he broke the record for I guess filibustering all the whatever, just so he can fucking release a book and promote it. It's like what were you even doing? Like what were you even? You weren't even filibustering anything at all. You were just fucking like, he's an attention whore. He doesn't fucking. Yeah. Oh God, I can't stand him. Oh, he's so empty. I fucking hate him. Go ahead.
Super Tuesday, or on Super Tuesday, I should say. And after all the centrist Democrats coalesced around Biden, Elizabeth Warren chose to stay in the race, split the votes with Bernie Sanders and her, and ended up coming in third in her own state. So in my view, I think that her endorsement of Mamdani feels like an attempt for her to right that wrong, and she's broadcasting her intent to occupy the left-wing lane of the 2028 primary with this endorsement. I think she's trying to build a relationship with Mamdani so she can get his endorsement later on. But when it comes to Cory Booker, as you saw, he would not touch that race with a 10-foot pole like the coward that he is, even though, as people have pointed out, he's previously expressed support for the vote blue no matter who philosophy. But unfortunately for him, he is one of the most beholden Democrats to AIPAC. He was one of 16 Senate Democrats to vote against the blocking arms sales to Israel, and we all know it's because he is completely bought and paid for by the Israel lobby. And Crystal Ball shared this headline from The Intercept, where he bragged about texting back and forth with the president of AIPAC like teenagers. So if you expect to maintain that relationship with AIPAC and other pro-Israel donors, you simply cannot endorse a candidate like Mamdani, who's explicitly critical of Israel's genocide, especially after he said he'd arrest Netanyahu if he came to New York. But the problem for genocide-supporting Democrats like Cory Booker is that they really relied on these smears against candidates like Mamdani of being anti-Semitic. But now those smears simply don't work. In fact, Mamdani actually has a substantial lead with Jewish voters in New York City. Furthermore, a Data for Progress poll shows that his support for Palestinian human rights actually helped him in his campaign, with 62% of voters saying that it swayed their vote. And his stance on Israel had popular support across the board. 79% of New York City Democrats want to restrict weapons to Israel, 78% believe it's a genocide, and 63% want Netanyahu arrested. And these numbers aren't unique to New York City. The Democratic base has shifted substantially on this issue, especially young voters, which is why AIPAC Democrats like Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, and others,
it's especially disgusting, because back in, I think it was during Trump's first term, Cory Booker voted against cheaper drugs. Right. Like there's a bill that was put forth when it comes to like manufacturing drugs and whatnot, and like basically like vote against it. It's just like this guy like talks up a storm. He wants so bad to be like a media darling, a viral figure, a prominent Democrat, but he's not even remotely fucking progressive. Like he may come across that way. He's got the charisma, he's got the he's there's a certain charm to him, but like he just fills the fucking room with hot air. He's fucking a two-faced bitch. All right.
get so uncomfortable whenever Mamdani's name comes up because they know that they are hemorrhaging support every time they're asked to endorse him, but they refuse to. Nonetheless, they can't endorse him because they're siding with their donors over voters because they basically view Mamdani as an existential threat. And they're not necessarily wrong, but as journalist Ken Klippenstein pointed out, Hakeem Jeffrey strongly believes that he can't become House Speaker if Mamdani wins his election. Now, maybe it's because it'll signal that his style of pro-genocide politics has lost public support. Maybe it's because pro-Israel donors are threatening to withhold support from the party if leadership doesn't get this anti-Israel sentiment under control. I don't know. Either way, Mamdani's race is shaping up to be a proxy battle between the establishment and progressive wings of the Democratic Party, and it ties directly into the Israel-Palestine issue, and a lot of 2028 presidential hopefuls.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, among other reasons, this is one of the biggest reasons why Mamdani's win in the New York mayoral primary was so fucking substantial. It represents a hell of a lot of things. It really signals to the Democratic establishment, to the party insiders and the elites that, like, this is where the fucking people are.
Yes.
The shit that you've been getting away with for years and years because you've just been
raking up.
Yeah, you've been raking in the dough. You've been standing for atrocities and then fucking like hiding behind your flowery language and your kumbaya bipartisan bullshit, and the people are tired of it and they see right through it, and Mamdani is the fucking answer for your hubris. Go ahead.
They don't want to be forced to take a stance now before they see who ends up winning this war within the party. And you might say they kind of already have taken a stance by not taking a stance because, I mean, Cory Booker has already clearly showed his cards, right? But you have to understand that he's not the only potential 2028 contender who's dealing with the reality that their support for the genocidal Israeli state is going to be a liability for them in 2028. So the pro-Israel Democrats have cooked up a plan to respond to the base's recent shift on Israel. As CNN reports, they're trying to throw Netanyahu under the bus in hopes to salvage their pro-Israel position. Edward Isaac Dover reports, fearing Zionism could die among Democrats, many party leaders are explicitly breaking with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to try to stop anti-Israel attitudes from becoming a litmus test for next year's midterms. And
honestly, like, if it means like getting him out of power, or like splitting the difference is actually a very wise political move, because like if these fucking cretins in the Democratic Party don't want to completely sever their AIPAC ties, even though they fucking should, they can frame it as, oh well, I mean, Netanyahu's been he's been lying. He's corrupt. He's been a bad, like, the people of Israel not.
Well, we talked about that. Just put it all on him. If you want to move on, you want Israel to save any face, you just got to put it all on Netanyahu.
Yeah, get him the fuck out of there. And like I'm
and
behind
just
that all the
crucify
way.
him publicly, of course.
Yeah, of course, exactly. Like, fucking go for it, Jesus.
Yeah.
and the 2028 presidential primaries. But privately, several tell CNN they worry it may be too late. Nonetheless, that hasn't stopped them from doing damage control. In a write-up in the New York Times about the Democratic Party's strained relationship with Netanyahu, they quote one of the most bloodthirsty genocide supporters in Congress, Richie Torres, who says that he doesn't think that the relationship between the Democratic Party and Israel is irreparably harmed, but he does believe that the relationship between the Democratic Party and Netanyahu is. So this is how they're navigating this, because they feel like Israel is turning into a partisan issue, and they don't want to be perceived to be siding with Republicans on what is now a partisan issue. So if they can pawn the genocide off on Netanyahu, they hope that that's going to preserve support for the state of Israel after he's out of the picture. But even they know that the writing might already be on the wall, because more people increasingly understand.
Huh? Oh yeah, no, basically
it's not
what I just said, yeah.
Just about the genocide currently. Of course, that is our utmost concern. But Israel is an ethno-state overseeing a modern-day apartheid system, which is incompatible with a block of voters who oppose colonialism and support social justice. And the base just isn't going to go for that now that their eyes have been opened. And things have shifted so quickly that the Zionist Democrats in the party actually fear that the party is leaving them behind. And I say this because the New York Times continues. Nationwide, a Gallup poll released this week found that approval of Israel's military actions in Gaza has plummeted to 8% among Democrats. By contrast, 71% of Republicans say they approved of the country's military action in the enclave. And more generally, nearly 70% of Democrats expressed an unfavorable view of Israel compared to 37% of Republicans in a poll released by Pew Research Center in April. In 2022, 53% of Democrats and 27% of Republicans held negative views of Israel. Already, some pro-Israel Democrats are quietly wondering whether they will have any representation on the 2028 presidential primary debate stage, or if support for the country, however nuanced, will be regarded as a liability. And I'm here to let them know that it absolutely will be regarded as a liability. So they either adapt and repudiate their support for Israel's genocide and apartheid, or they get left behind. And look, I'm not wishcasting this, because an IMEU poll found that 29% of Biden 2020 voters who chose to not vote for Kamala said that Gaza was their top issue. So if so much had already changed by November of 2024, where this was that big of a liability for Kamala, by 2028, I can only imagine how toxic Israel is going to be for Democratic Party leaders. And best believe everything.
She signaled, well, I'm not going to run for California governor. So that opens up the door for Miss.
Or run for White House. He's going to run for president again. Yeah, she's going to run for president again. But Newsom's going to be the front runner. It'll hopefully come down to Newsom or Wes Moore. And Newsom I got issues with, but I like the way he's at least publicly carrying himself right now.
Yeah,
but man, he is a shadow of his former self. He was like Medicare for all. He used to be San Francisco progressive, man, and he has come a long way.
Yeah,
It's really sad.
I have friends in San Francisco who have met him, before he even became governor. It's especially disgusting. Like hopefully Tim Walz just wipes the floor with everybody, and if he does decide to run,
he won't.
If he happens,
he won't.
To be,
He's not a competitor like that. Tim Walz is not the guy. Tim Walz is not the guy. I like him, but he's got the right positions and the right attitude. But no, we need to kill her.
Yeah,
we need to fucking kill her.
The genocide-supporting Democrats like Cory Booker and Elissa Slotkin.
Just to put a pin on the governor thing.
Yeah.
Because Kamala's not running for California governor, and Newsom his term.
Padilla is right.
Yeah, but like he's not the person to look out for. The person to look out for who might actually have like the biggest shot of actually winning the gubernatorial race is Katie Porter.
Yeah,
and she would make a good governor. I have my issues with her. Like, she's not perfect, but she is a progressive, and she's very, very effective in her messaging. She has great politics, great policies. She's smart. I think she would actually make a fantastic
There's a lot of people.
governor.
There's a lot of people running for governor already.
Oh,
1,
really?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, Katie Porter and Eleni Kounalakis who's not going to get it. She's the lieutenant governor now.
Yeah,
she's not going to get it. And Padilla's not on here. The Tony Atkins, I know her from San Diego. She was a big deal down there. And there's the Green Party, Butch Ware.
Oh yeah, that fucking
for the
clown.
Green Party. Yeah, well,
yeah, I think Katie
Party.
Porter's like honestly, it might be in the bag for her. She's a veteran in the States, and
Yeah, she's been around for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think she would definitely get the Democratic Party's blessing.
Say it is going to come back to bite them in 2028, and you can already see them trying to do damage control right now, but we're watching very closely, and we're not going to forget. But when you step back, it's easy to see how monumental Mamdani's victory has already been, because it's not just a turning point in the proxy war between progressives and the establishment wing of the party. It signals a total realignment on this issue of Israel-Palestine, and we're seeing a new status quo start to emerge right now. And Mamdani isn't the only one forcing 2028 hopefuls to show their cards, because Omar Fateh, a young progressive running for mayor in Minneapolis, won the endorsement of DFL, which is the state Democratic Party there. Yet Tim Walz decided to endorse the centrist incumbent Jacob Frey over Fateh, and that's something that he's going to have to explain in 2028 if he plans to run for president. He's also going to explain his silence on the genocide in Gaza as well.
Bad.
Not good.
Really
not good.
That's not a good.
That is a mistake, Mr. Walz. That's a mistake.
We're all paying very close attention, and we will not let anyone off the hook. So right now, lines are being drawn, and right now is the time for all of us to make our standards known to anybody who wants to be the standard bearer of the Democratic Party come 2028. And to those who are already screeching about purity tests and accusing people like myself of helping Republicans by criticizing Democrats, I need you to shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up. If you think that it's inappropriate to criticize Democrats 3 fucking years out from the primary when the party's popularity is at a 3-decade low, you are the ones helping Republicans. We cannot defeat fascists without a strong, principled Democratic Party, and forcing one of 2 viable parties to have basic moral standards, that's not unreasonable, okay? Purging genocide supporters from the party is good, actually, and if you disagree with that, you're part of the problem. So we're going to continue to make it known that, yes, there will be a litmus test, a purity test, or whatever you want to call it, and if these Democrats expect to make it through a primary, they've got to pass those fucking tests. Otherwise, they're going to get kicked to the curb.
Yeah.
Good start from Figueredo, as always.
We're able to...
Talking about Mamdani and his effect on the Democratic Party and guys like Cory Booker being half-assed with their support, actually not even giving their support. And I love how it's really amazing to me how Richie Torres is so, like, media
He's
worthy.
a darling.
He gets so much attention.
Yeah, because
It's like, why is this guy getting attention?
Because he attacks progressives, and he's not afraid to. And he's the biggest AIPAC, like he's the biggest recipient.
He called Zoran like a
Mickey.
He called Zoran a Mickey Mouse candidate. Like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah, what does that even mean, you fucking weirdo?
Yeah. I can't wait till somebody primaries his ass. I'm not exactly sure when he's due for re-election, but God, is he a disgusting fuck. God, he's a fucking reprehensible piece of shit. But no, fucking Mike killed it. I was going to ask, did you end up attending the monthly Zoom meeting by chance? I had to
from Figure. No, I didn't. I missed it last week.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I was just
yeah.
wondering.
Did you go?
No, I had to work. Otherwise, I would have. But Yeah, no, I, I mean, Zoran's basically unstoppable at this point, and like, it's still kind of like it boggles the mind that both Adams and Cuomo are staying in the race because they're going to split the vote. It's like you're not going to beat Mondani if you both stay in, and neither of them really have the sauce to go against him anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice sign of things to come. It's a good barometer. Those statistics about 62% of New York Jews support Mamdani was pretty amazing.
Yes,
so
I saw that.
That puts to bed any kind of anti-Semitism, and that
Yeah,
the
they're
New York
trying
Jews
to.
are very enlightened. They recognize that it's not anti-Semitic, and it's just like
Right.
the fear of a democratic socialist is just so unjustified.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so unjustified. Like, look at the status quo.
Yeah.
I remember we were watching like some guy interview a bunch of New Yorkers after Zoran's win. It's like, oh, it's going to destroy my business. It's going to destroy my business. It's like, dude, you have no idea what it's going to do to your business, man. You don't even know who this guy is. All you've heard is that he's a socialist. That's it.
Right.
That's all you've heard.
If anything at all, international tourism is going to be the thing that hampers your business. And who do you have to blame for that? Donald fucking Trump.
Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like democratic socialism. It's popular politics. If you don't,
right,
especially if you don't call it democratic socialism, they're just good ideas. They're and see, like fucking New York. Like, yeah, it's one of the biggest cities in the world. A little bit of a wealth redistribution, a little bit of a emphasis on social safety nets, public transit, tackling the cost of living. This shit fucking hits.
Yeah,
Megan's,
baby.
Megan's saying Cuomo splitting the vote because DNC would rather have Republicans win the socialists. True. Did you guys ever go over if it was ranked choice or which round? It
was ranked choice.
Is ranked choice voting, and Mamdani and who's the other guy? Brad something. Okay, 2025 NYC mayoral primary. Yeah, let's see here. So it ended up being. Yeah, so Brad Lander, he's the one. Mamdani got the most votes in the first round. So he won the first round. It wasn't projected that he would even win the first round, but he won the first round of the primary, so he's going on. He doesn't. There's no runoff in the primary or anything like that. Him and Brad Lander cross endorsed each other, and that basically that basically guaranteed that like Mamdani was going to win. So like Brad Lander was a big help. Yeah, and Megan says, "Is that juice statistic from the last round?" I'm not okay. So there was the first round, but I guess if
doesn't matter if he crushes it. On ones.
I don't even think it.
If he gets a plurality of first votes, then I think he wins.
Yeah. So I believe it was like just straight up like from the first round. Yeah. So I'm looking here. And yeah, Mamdani's victory was considered a major upset. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I see nothing. Oh, okay. I see here. So round one, Zoran Mamdani got a plurality of the vote with 63.8%. Then they went into round two, and it was basically the exact same thing, same exact votes across the board. Then when they got to round three in the primary, it came down to Mamdani and Cuomo. Mamdani got 56.4, and Cuomo got 43.6.
Incredible how much he got.
What's that?
It's incredible how much Cuomo got.
No,
it's really incredible.
Yeah, no, for real. Given fucking like all the baggage he has.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But Mamdani won by almost 13 points.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck yeah, motherfucker.
Sign of good things to come.
Yes, it was a great choice primary, yes. Yep.
Do you have, here we go from ABS. Democrats need to adapt and embrace leftism as the future of the party, and to keep rejecting it at this point is literally political suicide. Yeah,
Yep.
we agree. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. And it's been this way for a while. That's the truth, is that Medicare for All as a signature policy has had an approval rating of 70% for over 10 years. So there it is. We can't get the country to agree on at a 70% rate on anything, but we can get them to agree on Medicare for All, and yet no one's talking about it.
Right. Yeah. So, Megan, it came down to the third round, which was the final round. It was between Mamdani and Cuomo only, and Mamdani won by 13 points. So that was it. And now it'll come down to the general election. It'll be Mamdani, and then Cuomo and Adams are at, I guess, independents. I guess they're running as independents.
Yeah.
And then the Republican, what's their face?
I don't know.
Yeah,
The
irrelevant.
guy
They're not going to win anyway.
The guy with the beret.
The beret. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna. How are you doing? I'm ready to wrap soon.
Yeah, I pretty much covered most of what I wanted to talk about. I don't think there's really anything else. I mean, there was we covered the gerrymandering and Slotkin and
Gaza.
Yeah, Gaza is basically starving to death right now. It's actually fucking super morbid because people there are not even getting more than 6 ounces of food per day, if even that. Like, people are starving to death and just dying left and right. It's like food's not enough, nutrition, water, and whatnot. It's not enough. Like, they need like certain chemicals, certain compounds in their body to basically keep their bodies from consuming their organs from the inside out, because once you begin to starve and your body contracts, your body basically eats itself from the inside out. It's a painful, horrendous fucking way to die, and Israel's behind all of it 100%, as well as the U.S. for not fucking twisting their arm and being like, hey, you need to fucking let aid in. And it's like they're not doing a single goddamn thing about it. It's absolutely fucking disgusting what's going on there right now.
Speaking of the progressive left and Israel, AOC's greenlighting Iron Up. She fucked up. It's going to be a problem for her. And there's actually a resolution going to the DSA convention this week. There's actually a resolution to censure her at the DSA convention this week.
Really?
Yeah, but it shouldn't pass. Free Palestine, yay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So I'll have a lot to report when we do this again next week. I'll be back. I'll probably we'll either do Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And then and we'll do a debrief over my time at the DSA convention, because that's an organization that's really important right now, and I want it to be the spearhead for the anti-MAGA movement. And I don't know if the organization as a whole is embracing that position in American politics. I'll have much more to say about it a week from now. But for now, I just want to remind everybody to go ahead over to Stateless Patriot and subscribe to him if you're not already subscribed to him. If you like what you've heard from me, please like, share, and subscribe, as I could use the new subs. And we are coming at you from the left coast and reminding you that you don't get change in America by asking nicely, round us out, Stat Pat.
I might go for a little bit longer, but thanks again, always, to the American Wasp crowd for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.